taking on Three Rivers. Coach, obviously, last week, Mineral Area didn't go the way you wanted. Man, I tell you, it feels like every time that Mineral Area and John A. Logan meet, it turns into one of the most defensive battles you could ever see. Both teams, a lot of times, score 60, 70. When you guys meet, it's a slugfest, and it's usually someone has to score first to 50, usually.
Yeah, it is, and it's just probably just the matchups and how we both coaches think defensively and offensively. So we were in it. I think we were down like 7 or so, and then we got it within 4. I said, okay, we're moving in the right direction, and then we had a couple turnovers, I think, or fouls. And then they kind of opened up, they hit a couple threes, and then opened the game back up. But our girls never quit. They kept playing hard, and so it just didn't bounce our way, and we had to tip our hat to Coach Shepard, and just move on. We get the chance to see him again here at our home floor.
How tough is it to build a mentality for a team to never quit, play the full length of the game? Because I mean, in a game like that, it would be very easy for a team to throw in the towel and just kind of coast the final quarter. But like you said, that was the one thing that I noticed about the team was that they didn't give up even when they got down by 10, 15 in that game. Is just they said, no, we can still do this.
Yeah, and we saw that early on when we played in Mobley and we played Independence and even when we played Danville. So they have the ability to continue to fight all the way through the game, because I always preach that the game is not over. It's 40 minutes and you got to play all 40 minutes, and so they've been doing that, and even though we've been taking a few lumps here, I have seen some improvement, and there's some things of course we got to work on, but that's what you want to see early on in the season, the things you need to work on so you'll be ready in February and March.
Grayson stepped out at the end of the game last week. Didn't see much of her in the fourth quarter. Just an update on her.
Yeah, she injured her ankle, her right ankle. So she's been nursing it all week, and she's not 100%. She's probably about 85 to 90% right now. But we suspect that after this Thanksgiving break, she can get back to being 100%. We got some others that got nagging injuries, but that happens during the season, so you just got to make adjustments and play through it.
Number 3, Three Rivers today. They're a very good team. They typically are. But we were just talking just a moment ago, just that they're Three Rivers. Don't be confused by it, but they may be a little bit less Three Rivers than they normally are.
Yeah, and they got some good players always, but you just got to go in with the mindset that it's going to be a battle, and you got to make sure you bring in your A game, and so because they're going to certainly bring theirs, and so therefore we got to be ready, and I think the girls are. They practice pretty hard, even though with the nagging injuries and those things. So I suspect we'll get out there and really compete.
Now they got a deep bench. They got 15 players, but I don't know exactly how many of those actually see time. I mean, obviously, when you're winning by 50, usually everybody's going to get a little bit of something. But in terms of just the fact that in a close game, it may be more so a 7 or 8, and that's it. When you've got a team yourself that you're playing, basically, you're emptying out the bucket every single game and saying, go ahead and go. So what's the difference in if you can keep it close? They have less experience on the depth end, I would imagine.
Yes, and when you look at them, they usually go 8 deep consistently, and so what you have to do is you just have to match their energy. One thing that I've stressed to the young ladies is this: is it actually works in your favor when you got a shorter bench, meaning that you get more playing time, you get more reps in practice. And so you think about it, last year, Vincennes only had 6 players, and they whooped us pretty good. So it doesn't necessarily matter a whole lot. It does in one regard, but if you go out there in the 6, 7, or 8, or 9 players that you have, when they go out there and they play hard for 40 minutes, it's going to put you in a position to be successful.
Yeah.
So, it's just one of those things. You just it's the mindset. Mm-hmm. It's a mindset. And basketball is more a mindset versus the physical part of it. Yes, you have to do the physical part, but it's the mental toughness that you got to have. And any great defensive player, a defensive team, it's their mindset that you find out that gets them going.
And then finally, I mean, obviously you're going in as big underdogs in this game. You're at their place. They're number 3 in the nation. I mean, they've been taking care of a lot of teams across the region. Mm-hmm. I know they beat Olney the other day. You mentioned Vincennes to me as well. I mean, what are some goals that you have for this game? Because you know that, again, you're a big underdog into this game. A win would be fantastic. But what other goals have you set?
Well, we set goals of for instance, last game we had 23 turnovers. Mm-hmm. Get our turnovers down, rebound the basketball, shoot better at the free throw line, and compete at a high level, and then we'll see where the chips fall. Mm-hmm. I think we can do it. We got a good group of young ladies. It's just going to be the mindset going into the game.
And last one, actually, for me, I lied. I had one more.
Okay.
But I do remember seeing one stat that they had was that they're 6th in the nation for limiting offensive rebounds for the opposing team. Mm-hmm. But your team's pretty good about that. So just how does that difference right there, I mean, you hope that you can continue what you're doing when rubber meets the road, but I mean, just how does that kind of become an equalizer?
It will in the 4 and the 5 spot. When we played against Mineral, Williams, she went 0 for 8 from the field and 0 for 4 from the free throw line. That's not going to continue to happen, and I believe she's going to be ready to come out to play hard. And change those numbers, and Brooke will as well. Yeah. And so it will equalize it. Where it's going to really play a big part in this game, in my opinion, is the guard play. It's the guard play, and that's the key to this game. It's not the bigs, as they're not disrespecting them in any kind of way, but it's the guards that I've watched that makes them go.
Thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck today.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
The call about done with pre-game as the Lady Vols and Lady Raiders of number 3 Three Rivers are just about ready to get things started in Poplar Bluff, Missouri. And the Lady Vols are a bit snake-bitten here in the early going. They've had a few departures from the roster, which has, of course, shortened up the bench a little bit. And then a few players have been injured. Caitlin Robinson still recovering from injury. She saw a half a play at Danville a few weeks ago, and that was it. And we haven't seen her since. I was at practice earlier this morning and did not see her, so I believe she is still out for the time being. We hope that she is able to come back here in December, but at this point, only a half a play for her. Grayson Morris is dealing with a foot injury, an ankle injury, from what I've been told, and so. But she's going to be playing today, I've been told, so that is good news for the Lady Vols. But then Loveline Dunklin, of course, we'll be waiting for her to become eligible for the Lady Vols in the second semester. So the Lady Vols have 3 players on the roster that will not be playing today, and so they will be a little bit short on the bench today. But on the pregame interview, that if you heard just now on the video side of things, if you heard that pregame interview, Coach does mention the fact that, the benefit of having a shorter bench is that all those players get more experience, get a chance to get a lot better. So that can always be, it's an opportunity, if nothing else, for all those players to really develop and get those opportunities that they otherwise may not have at a place like Three Rivers, who sports a 15-person roster. You know that not all 15 of them are going to be playing today. Even if they get up by a large margin, not all of them are going to see time, or at least the amount of time that they hope to see. Logan at Poplar Bluff, Missouri, playing number 3 Three Rivers today. Head coach of the Vols, of course, Charlie Jones. He is 23-32 in his 3 seasons as head coach of the Lady Vols, 3-2 this season. Three Rivers is 8-0. They're led by Alex Wiggs, his 5th season as their head coach. 116-16 as a head coach of the Lady Raiders. So exactly 100 above 500 for Alex Wiggs, just at Three Rivers alone. He is a darn good coach. Reminds me a lot of Luke Scheidecker in some respects. And looking at Three Rivers, what they're good at. Free throw percentage, 4th in the nation at 75.4%, and they're 8th in the nation in opponent offensive rebounds at 6.5. And that's really interesting because Logan's pretty good at offensive rebounds, 58th in the nation at 14.2. So it's rubber meets the road time for the offensive rebounds for the Lady Vols. Can they continue to get those offensive rebounds? If they do, I think that might be a point of contention for the Lady Raiders. 90th in field goal attempts per game for Three Rivers at 59, so they're right about your average throughout the nation. The things they do bad, 123rd in personal fouls per game at 18.5, so they do foul quite a bit, and 128th in opponent personal fouls per game at 12 a game. And so if the Lady Vols can limit their personal fouls, they could find themselves in a decent position if they can keep it close. That's the big question, though. Can they keep it close against a high-flying team like Three Rivers? Opening lineups are about to be announced in Poplar Bluff as the national anthem just wrapped up. And so we should have those opening lineups here in just a moment. Lady Vols, number 7 in the nation in three-point percentage at 37.9%, and that's with a 1 for 10 shooting just last week at Mineral Area. 15th in blocks per game at 4.4 as well. Antonia Davis, the first off the bench for the Lady Vols. She is getting her first start here in college, a 6-foot freshman forward out of Newport, Arkansas. Also, D. Williams Woolard, a 6-foot freshman forward out of Knoxville, Tennessee. Brooklyn Burnett, a 6'1" sophomore center out of Metropolis, Illinois. Kira Whitaker, a 5'9" sophomore guard out of Bardwell, Kentucky. She averages 13.4 a game. And Charlotte Delisle out of Las Vegas, Nevada, a 5'9" sophomore guard for the Lady Vols. That is your starting lineup here today. For the Lady Raiders, I believe they have a little bit of production here. Yeah, the lights are shutting down a little bit over in Poplar Bluff, but they will have their starting lineup here in just a moment. Their leading scorer is Amelia Corasaniti, who is averaging 15 a game and just a tick below 50% from the field. Also of note, Kiera Neal, 9.9 a game, and Samia Jordan, 9.8 points per game. Also, Caitlin Lord at 8.5 a game. So those are some big names to be paying attention to here when you're talking about the Three Rivers Lady Raiders, as they are have the lights going and the lights off, and then they got the spotlight shining all over the place in their pregame production. Still waiting on them to come off the bench here, but they should be coming off here in just a moment. One that I did definitely see, of course, was Samia Jordan, as we just mentioned, 5'7" freshman guard out of Conway, Arkansas. Went to Conway High School there in Conway, Arkansas, as we will get the other 4 here in just a moment for the Lady Raiders of Three Rivers, number 3 in the nation. Hello, I'm Matt Varney. If you're just joining us, Rick Hayes back in the River Radio Sports Central control room, as well as the Blonde Production Group, helping to bring you today's video feed. And so, tough to see the numbers here with the all the production, unfortunately. But we'll have the starting lineup as we notice them, without a doubt. But once again, Lady Vols' starting lineup looks like this. Antonia Davis, D. Williams Woolard, Brooklyn Burnett, Kira Whitaker, and Charlotte Delisle. Davis getting her first start of her collegiate career, and going away from Grayson Morris, who's been a little injured, and Coach Jones has said, I need to make a change. I need to find someone that can maybe light a spark, and it's no offense to Grayson Morris by any means, but he's shaking the lineup up a little bit to see just how it could work, and this will be interesting. It's a pretty big lineup for the Lady Vols, 6 foot, and 6'1", along with a pair of 5'9" guards. I'm interested to see how it will all play out. Another one in the starting lineup, Kiera Neal, the redshirt sophomore, 6-foot guard out of Marion, Arkansas, as well as Amelia Corasaniti, 5'9" freshman guard out of Narragansett, Australia. Those are three of the starters for the Lady Raiders as the Lady Raiders win the tip, and we've got basketball here in Poplar Bluff. And unfortunately, the camera doesn't turn quite quickly enough, but we do have the feed. Ball poked loose, but it's picked up by the Raiders once again. Here now are the Lady Raiders curling in, flips it up, and it is good. First points go to Kiera Neal, the guard forward for the Lady Raiders. And they're going to come out with a trap, but the Lady Vols are able to figure it out pretty quickly and get it across half court. D. Williams-Woollard dealing with a double team, gives on over to Delisle. Delisle goes to her left now as the offense begins to develop. Gets a pick from Kieran Whitaker. Swing on over to Whitaker on the far side now. Back on over to Burnett, top of the key. She'll flip on over to Delisle on the right wing. Bringing it around, now here's Antonia Davis, back over to Delisle. 2 on the shot clock, she's going to have to send something up. She gets a pass up, and instead it's going to be a turnover as the Lady Vols were not paying attention to the shot clock. 9:01 to play in the first, 2-0 lead for the Lady Raiders of Three Rivers. They'll bring it across the timeline. Bounce on over to the corner. Top of the key, it's Corsinizzi driving into the paint, back on out to the corner, wide open, and sends the three, no good. And Logan got the rebound, but it's loose, and Kiera Whitaker picks it on up, brings it up herself across the timeline now on the right wing. Man-to-man defense goes to her left and lets things get set up. Now it's going to go to Delisle near half court. 8:30 to play in the first. Burnett flip on over to Whitaker, gets a pick from Davis, skips on over to Delisle, and quick closing defense. Delisle's going to try to spin into the paint, sends it up. That one no good, got poked out, and it'll stay with Logan with 4 on the shot clock. 8:16 to play in the first. Logan trails 2-0 in Poplar Bluff. Davis will inbound, gets it on into Burnett. 3 on the shot clock. Got to find somebody. Davis at the free throw line. They weren't aware, and once again, they give it up on a shot clock violation. Three Rivers playing excellent defense right now, but Logan is just not being able to figure out where they are on the shot clock, and they got to pay attention to it. It's 2 turnovers now. Corsinizzi left pass, and now gives on over to her teammate. Backing up, it is Jordan. Into the corner for Corsinizzi. Curling around. Ran into a wall. Still going. Left hand up. And in it goes for Amelia Corsinizzi. 4-0 lead for Three Rivers. Swing on over to Williams-Woollard. Now it's going to be Whitaker on out to Delisle as they try to get out of this trap defense. Out of the backcourt. Skip on over to the other side. Down low to Brooklyn Burnett. And she got double-teamed immediately. Sends the hook shot up. No good. And it's going to be rebounded by, that looks like it's Jordan Blake. Here now are the Lady Raiders. Top of the key, left-hand dribble. Got on over to the corner now, bringing it around, right-hand dribble. And now it's Corsinizzi with it, or excuse me, it's Blake with it. Right wing, over to the corner now. Back on over to the wing, looking to pass inside. Skip down low, and Logan takes it away after it was tipped up. And now here are the Lady Vols. Delisle with it, skipping around, down to Burnett, poked away, but Davis has it, top of the key, pulls up for the 3, and off the back rim, no good. Rebounded, though, by the Lady Vols, up and good, but a travel called. So 3 trips down the lane and 3 turnovers for the Lady Vols, but that one showed a little bit more fight than the times before. 3 minutes into this game, it's 4-0, number 3, Three Rivers leading the Lady Vols, who are sporting a 2-3 defense. On the right wing, now it's going to be top of the key, inside free throw line, bouncing around, almost lost it into the corner now, back on out top of the key for Jordan. Inside now, down low, up, no good. Logan got the rebound, but they say that they fouled the shooter, and Logan is going to send a Three Rivers player to the stripe. It will be Kiera Neal going to the stripe. 6:35 to play in the first quarter. Logan trails 4-0 against the Lady Raiders, number 3 in the nation of Three Rivers. First one up for Neal. Bounces around, no good. Logan still very much in this one, currently in the early going. But they got to find a way to use their possessions better. Again, 3 possessions, 3 turnovers. Second one up is good for Neal. It's 5-0. Williams-Willard will inbound. Got Delisle and Whitaker to pick from here against the trap defense. Gets it on into Delisle, crossing the timeline now. Sets up the right wing, goes to her left now. Over to Whitaker on the left wing. Inside to Williams-Willard on the baseline. Double teamed, back on out to the corner for Davis. A three, and it's airballed. It's going to be Brooklyn Burnett, though, backing down, lost control. It's on the floor, and jump ball called, I do believe. Yes, indeed. 6:18 to play. It'll stay with Logan. 14 on the shot clock. 5-0 lead for Three Rivers. Logan trying to find their first points. Trying to avoid a fourth turnover on their fourth trip down the way. Into Burnett. Burnett looks to pass. Skip on over. No, it's stolen away. And here come the Lady Raiders. Down the other way. Up. No good. Logan gets the rebound, but they call a foul once again. Antonia Davis can't believe it. And so it will be Three Rivers going to the stripe. And tough to tell who is at the stripe currently. First one is up and good. We'll see if we can't figure out who exactly it is here in a moment. Grayson Morris ready to come in for the Lady Vols. Second one up. Also good for the Three Rivers player. And looks like it might be Denia Ross that got it, so we'll give her those two. It's 7-0. Three Rivers leads on their home floor. 6:05 to play. Williams-Willard trying to bring it up herself. Left-hand dribble, gets across half court, and now looks over to Delisle. 6 minutes to play. 19 on the shot clock. Pivots around on the logo. Gets a pick from Burnett, and ball is lost again. Every time Logan's been down the lane, it has been stolen away one way or another, or been a turnover, I should say. Ball goes out of bounds on Three Rivers. They give it to the Raiders still, and Logan continues to struggle against the number 3 team in the nation. It's 7-0, Three Rivers, 5:48 to play in the first. Inbound play from the baseline, looking around, still looking inside, down low. Got blocked by Burnett, and here come the Lady Vols. Whitaker slows it up, looks on over to Delisle. Delisle, right-hand dribble, bringing on over, curling in now, stops at the free throw line, still moving, poked out, and stolen away again. That's 6 trips down the way and 6 turnovers as well. Here comes the Lady Raiders now. Corsiniti, top of the key, runs into the double team, on over to the right wing now. Into the corner, wide open, but didn't take the shot. Driving now, out top of the key. Left-hand dribble, driving in now. Back on over to the elbow, up, and no good, but a foul called. And Coach Jones now is going over and kind of looking for a little bit of an explanation, and the referee just keeps on walking. Onia Reed comes on in for Antonia Davis. Charlotte Delisle coming off as well, as I believe Morris just came into the game. 5:11 to play. Logan still scoreless in this game, 7-0. First one up, no good. That is Jordan Blake at the stripe, looking for her first points of the game. Here comes number 2, up, and rattles down. Makes it 8-0. And Logan will inbound here in a moment, off of the baseline. Williams-Willard looking. Going to get it into Reed at the last second. On over to Willard again, and she's going to use her speed to try to get past the defenders of Three Rivers. Gets across half court now. Gives on over to Whitaker. Whitaker top of the key. ISO. Dealing with a double team. On over to Reed. Back on over to Whitaker. Thought about that 3. Inside to Morris now. Swing on over to Willard in the corner. Back on over to Whitaker. Top of the key. 3. Fires. No good. And rebounded by the Raiders. And ball is loose now, and they're going to call a jump ball here. And, I think it was loose and Logan had a steal there, but Three Rivers gets lucky. 4:46 to play in the first. Logan still scoreless against number 3 in the nation, Three Rivers, 8-0. We'll be back in a minute on 1035ESPN.com. Logan limiting Three Rivers here in the early going to just 8 points, but they've yet to score themselves in the first 5:15 of this game. They've had 6 turnovers to Three Rivers' 1 as well. Three Rivers playing some hard-nosed defense, but again, Logan is doing their best as well, and we apologize for technical difficulties as we pick up their feed. If you were watching there, I don't know exactly what was going on there, but we're back to the action here. Left wing, swing on over to the top of the key. Now to the right wing, steps in, bounce down to the baseline, back on out. Logan's going to steal it away, and here come the Lady Vols over to D. Williams-Willard. Got one to beat. It sends it up. That one ends up not going through the hoop, and so it will not be any points. It went through the netting, but went the reverse way there. But Willard is going to go to the stripe and has a chance to get the Vols on the board. 4:27 to play in the first quarter. It's 8-0. First one for Willard is good. Logan on to the board. She'll try to make it an 8-2 game here. Up and good. So Logan's first 2 points go to D. Williams-Willard. Here are the Lady Raiders. A little bit of miscommunication. Now they're going to the right. Flip on over to the right wing. Curling around. Top of the key now. Right-hand dribble. And back on out to the top of the key for the three. And it is airballed. And Logan says, we'll let it go. But they save it. But I think they just called it out of the bounds instead. So Logan takes possession. 8-2. Logan trails. 4:09 to play in the first quarter. Hello, I am Matt Varney. If you're just joining us, Rick Hayes back on the controls in the River Radio Sports Central control room, and LeBlanc Production Group helping to bring you today's game as well. Now, it looks like there's a little bit of issue with the scoreboard as well, as they're trying to get that right on site. Last time Logan beat Three Rivers was quite a while ago, December 12th, 2017. It was an 88-73 win here at John A. Logan College, where we're broadcasting this game today remotely. Williams-Willard will inbound on the baseline, looking around, gets on in to Onaya Reed, back on over to Willard. She's going to use that burst of speed she has and gets across half court, down low for Burnett, but she couldn't corral it in and goes out of bounds. Would have been a perfect backdoor, but the Lady Vols unable to complete that play there. It's been there. They've tried that a few times. Burnett got double-teamed last time they went there, but that one was wide open. 4:02 to play in the first. Logan is trailing 8-2 at Three Rivers. Top of the key, left-hand dribble, flip on over, driving in now, back on out to the top of the key, stepping in, back on out to the right wing, thinks about the three, takes it, and bounces off, no good. And the ball is loose, and Willard saves it, and they say it went out of bounds, actually. Would have gone off of Denia Ross had it not. But Three Rivers retains, and they'll inbound. Looking around now on the baseline, gets it in. Bin move up, no good. And offensive rebound. Nope, they turn it over. So Logan takes over. It's still 8-2, 3:42 to play. Low-scoring affair in Poplar Bluff. Willard will inbound with Whitaker and Reed to pick from. Reed getting a little bit more playing time here today than she normally does. Gets on into Reed, back on over to Willard, bringing it on up now with the right hand, crossing the timeline. They've basically broken that trap defense they started out with. Whitaker on over to Reed on the left wing, inside to Morris, and now pivots around, and she traveled, yep. She indeed did travel, and I think she forgot that she had already made the move, and so when she made another move, it was already too late. 8 turnovers for Logan in this first quarter, 3:30 to play. 8-2 the score. Poplar Bluff is leading. Left wing. Got past one. Lady Vol goes down low out to the corner. And a turnover. Stepped on the line, on the baseline. 5th turnover for Poplar Bluff today. Mariah Macklin's going to come on in. And I think relieve Burnett as she goes to the other side. Yes, it will be Burnett taking a seat on the bench. Williams-Willard looks, trying to get it into Reed, struggling, gets it into Reed, and back on over to Willard. Crossing the timeline now. Top of the key on out to Reed on the left wing. Reed back on over to Willard on the right wing. Willard gets on over to Whitaker. Top of the key, steps in for the two, no good. and rebounded by Three Rivers, and it's loose, and Whitaker comes up with it. Over to Woolard now in the wing, and it's going to stay with Logan here as it goes out of bounds as they poked it out. Under 3 to play in the first. Logan trails 8-2. Woolard in front of the Three Rivers bench. Into Macklin. And she'll give it back over to Woolard as she comes around. Top of the key now. On out to Reed. Reed top of the key. Out to Morris in the corner on the near side. And she'll bring it around. Bounce on inside to nobody, but Reed saves it, sends it up. That one no good. And Woolard pokes it out to Whitaker for the 15-footer. Good! Logan makes their first shot of the day. And it's 8-4 now. 2.5 to play in the first quarter. Top of the key. Driving. Inside. Backing down against Macklin and ran into a brick wall. Corner 3. Bounces off. No good. And Woolard has the rebound. Woolard ended up fighting with Whitaker. Now here's Morris. Steps in for the deep 2. No good. And rebounded by Three Rivers. 2:10 to play in the first. And drives into the baseline. Up. No good. As I think Whitaker just ran into her own bench. And an offensive rebound. Three Rivers still going. And some misdirection. Corner 3 this time. Rattles out. No good. And Whitaker has the rebound right after she ran into her own bench and had to run back onto the floor. And now some miscommunication. Whitaker was looking for Morris. It will stay with the Lady Vols as it was poked out by the defender, but that could have been disaster right there. 1:46 to play in the first. Logan is trailing 8-4 at Three Rivers. Whitaker's going to come off as Delisle comes on in. And it will be Woolard inbounding. D. Williams Woolard looks to inbound. Gets into Macklin, who will give it back over to Woolard. Being defended by Corsiniti. Goes to the left. Now it's Delisle with it, bringing it around. 17 on the shot clock. Gives on over to Reed. Curling around once again to Woolard. Trying to step inside. Some tough defense here. And stolen away. They were looking for Morris. And instead it's a breakaway up. No good. As I think they're going to say Morris just fouled. And, well, maybe not. As the Three Rivers player is keeled over on the other side. And so we may be headed to an injury timeout here in just a moment. Yes, that's what it looks like. 1:27 to play in the first. Logan is trailing Three Rivers 8-4. We'll step away for 30 seconds and be back on 1035ESPN.com. Welcome back to John A. Logan Women's Basketball. Minute 27 to play in the first quarter. Logan is trailing at Three Rivers. It's 8-4. It's been a low-scoring game to start this game out, at least. Both teams playing some excellent defense here. And it has been an interesting game. And now they're going to send somebody to the line. Didn't see that coming, quite honestly. It did not seem like a foul by any means. More so just a player that maybe pulled something and missed the shot, but they're sending her to the line. It is Courtney Blewett at the stripe. She makes her first one. And the player that got injured or was sitting on the bench for a moment went back to the bench. Second one up and in. Excuse me, that is not Blewett. That's Itali Lewis at the stripe and makes both of them. So 10-4, minute 20 to play in this first quarter. Grayson Morris goes for the pass to Antonia Davis. It got poked by the defender, and Logan will be inbounding on the baseline now with 19 on the shot clock, 1:16 on the game clock. Morris will inbound on the baseline. Out there with her, Mariah Macklin, Antonia Davis, Onaya Reed, and Charlotte Delisle. Well, now they're saying it's Three Rivers ball. So that'll be the 10th turnover for Logan in this quarter alone. Bounce on in, and they'll bring it up. Crossing the timeline now. Minute 10 to play in the half, or quarter rather. Davis with the top of the key. Skip on over to the right wing. Bounce on down to the baseline. And some double team action, and tried to give it to a teammate, but bounces out of bounds instead. Logan gets the ball with 1:01 on the clock in this first quarter. It's 10-4. Logan trails at Three Rivers, number 3 in the nation. Trap defense once again. Onaya Reed working with Delisle to get it across half court, and they do. Delisle now on the far end. 50 seconds to play. 19 on the shot clock. Into Davis. Free throw line jumper, just a little short, and it's rebounded by the Lady Raiders. Trying to push it now into the paint. Left hand up, no good, and fighting for the rebound. Lady Vols go for it, but it will stay with the Lady Raiders with 32.5 on the game clock. 10-4 the lead for Three Rivers, number 3 in the nation. They'll inbound on the far sideline. Into the right wing now, top of the key. Left wing, Davis for the 3, and it's short. And Morris takes the body and gets the rebound and a whistle as well. A foul on one of the Lady Raiders, and Logan will take possession. Morris had the rebound, but they still hit with the push foul there. 25.4 on the clock. Antonia Davis will inbound on the baseline to pick from Delisle and Reed. Lobs into Delisle and shakes off the defense coming out of the backcourt. Davis now on the right wing. Gets a pick from Macklin. Going to take it. Driving top of the key. Steps inside through the tight window. Back on out to Delisle now. Down low for Davis, but it was off, and a turnover for the Lady Vols once again with 11.5 on the clock. Inbound and bringing it on up for the final possession of this quarter. Logan trails 10-4. Racing in, flips it up. That one no good. Gets the offensive rebound back up again, and that one is good for Samia Jordan. So at the end of one, Logan is trailing 12-4 against number 3 in the nation, Three Rivers. We'll step away for a minute and be back on 1035ESPN.com. On the call, Rick Hayes back on the controls in the River Radio Sports Central Control Room. LeBlanc Production Group helping to bring us today's video feed. Logan trailing 12-4 at the end of one. Both teams played some decent defense. Logan turned it over 11 times, and their offense just could not click. They made one shot in that first quarter. Didn't take too many shots, but they made one shot, and the other 2 points came at the stripe. So they're going to have to do better on offense if they want to really push Three Rivers. I mean, they're playing decent defense. It'd be interesting to see if they could push the Lady Raiders, but right now, offense isn't clicking. Whitaker, top of the key, goes to the right, and found an open alley up off the glass, no good, and rebounded by the Raiders, goes out of bounds, and it'll be Logan ball. Antonia Davis thought she saved it and had an open look, but the Lady Vols say, we'll take that still. D. Williams Woolard will inbound on the baseline. On out to Burnett. Right-hand dribble. Poked loose. Has it on the floor. And it will be a turnover as the Lady Vols give it away. So 12 turnovers now in the game. 9:40 to play. Samia Jordan. Right-hand dribble. On over to the right wing, trying to step inside. They found a quick alleyway down low, up, and no good. Logan fighting for it on the floor, but it's picked up, and a nice little leaner right there for Jordan Blake for her first make of the game. And the trap defense ends up putting Logan in a spot, able to avoid the turnover as it gets poked out of bounds, and Logan will inbound in front of the scorer's table now on the near side. Into Delisle, and running with the trap defense now, trying to bring it on up, crossing the timeline now. Looks to her left, trying to set the offense up, trying to get it to Whitaker. She will get it to Whitaker on the far side. Whitaker back over to Delisle on the left wing now. Back over to Whitaker, top of the key. Looking to pass, back over to Delisle. Inside to Davis, on out to Woolard on the right wing for the three. And it's airballed, and Burnett saves it from going out of bounds, but it's taken away by Three Rivers. Driving in now, backing down, back on out to the left wing to the corner for the three from Jordan. And no good, but a foul here. And it looks like it was... No, excuse me. She stepped on the line is what it was. And so Logan gets possession, and they're running it here. Whitaker down to Burnett on the back door. Up. Good. Brooklyn Burnett into the scorebook. She's a walking double-double, and she just got her first points. It's 14-6, 8:30 to play in the half. Samuel Jordan brings it around, bounce on over to the right wing. And dealing with some tough defense. Double team now out on the arc. It's Jordan once again on the far side. Left-hand dribble, driving in, floats it up. That one off the backboard, no good. And it's rebounded. Back on over for a 10-footer, no good. And rebound being fought for by Logan. Burnett gets it, and Woolard has it now, dealing with a double team. Crosses up, gets on over to Whitaker now. Crossing the timeline, on over to the left wing for Delisle. Delisle inside to Davis, steps, picked up her dribble, down to Burnett on the baseline, brings it around, inside to Whitaker, floats it up, it's good. Whitaker up to 4 points. It's 14-8, 7:50 to play in the half. Here come the Lady Raiders now, number 3 in the nation. Jordan, top of the key, calls a play, now gives on over to her teammate. Italy Davis sends up the three and nails it. Excuse me, Italy Lewis. It's 17-8, 7:30 to play in the half. And that's their first made three of the game, mind you. Coach has been trying to force the Lady Raiders to shoot threes. He'd rather them shoot threes because he feels like they have a good chance in that situation. Ball poked loose, and Logan's going to turn it over once again. But Coach Jones feels that if he can force Three Rivers to shoot threes, then he feels like his team has their best chance to beat them today. And again, that was their first made three. Took a total of almost 13 minutes into this game to see a three made. 17-8, Three Rivers leads on their home floor. And on the right wing, top of the key, inside, back on out to the left wing for their star. 15 points a game, no good. Carasini not able to make it, and a jump ball called. And it will be Logan ball. Karasaniti, excuse me. D. Williams Woolard gets into Delisle, and she'll give back over to Woolard and bring it on up. Under 7 to play till halftime. Logan needs to go on a run here. Woolard bounce on over to Delisle on the left wing, inside to Davis, and ball is poked loose. Delisle saves it from being turned over and skips on over to Woolard now on the right wing. Woolard looks around, skips back over to Delisle on the left wing, and steps to her right now. It's Woolard again, inside to Burnett, up off the glass. It's good. Well, maybe not good, but it was a foul on the floor, and Logan will inbound. So Woolard will inbound on the baseline. On out to Burnett. It was a little strong, but Burnett able to save it from going over her head. Bounce on over to Woolard now. Left-hand dribble, ran into a double team, down to Burnett. Right hand up, no good. And it's going to be rebounded by Three Rivers. Here come the Raiders driving into the paint, up, and ran into a Logan player, and that's a charge. Logan takes over. That's great to see. You don't see many taking the charge these days. And if you can pick up a charge, that can be a huge boost for your team. Delisle gets the inbound on out to the other side, goes out of bounds, and Logan quickly turns it over. Just their third turnover of the quarter compared to the 11 they had in the first, but still 14 turnovers before halftime is not the way you want to play the game. 7:12 to play in the first half. Logan is trailing 17-8. Quick timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds. First half, Logan trails at Poplar Bluff, Missouri, number 3 Rivers, 17-8. Both teams playing tough defense. Logan really has to feel like they're still in this one, losing just by 9 at this point in the game. 3 Rivers is a very skilled team. I'll try to pull up their more recent scores, but they've played Olney, they played Wabash, they played Vincennes. I know Olney and Wabash, they gave up 100 to 3 Rivers, so have to feel good right now, but we still got 2.5 quarters to play, which to me says if you could pick it up, you could be right into the thick of things here. Just a 9-point game currently. 6:12 to play in the first half. Here come the Lady Raiders out of the inbound. On over to the right wing now. Back over top of the key. Struggling to get inside. Corsinizzi skips on over. Logan pokes it out. It'll stay with 3 Rivers, but nearly a turnover right there, which would have been 3 Rivers' 9th of the game. I don't think they're used to turning the ball over the amount that they have. They're up to 8 turnovers already. It's not even halftime. I don't think they're used to turning it over like that. Corsinizzi gets it on in. And they're going to drive on in and down low, up and good. That was Kai Wilson with her first bucket right there. Give the assist on over to her teammate. And Logan's trying to get it in. Gets on into Whitaker at the last second. Back on over to Wooler. Back over to Whitaker. And they seem to have broken the trap and will bring it on up. 19-8 the score. Whitaker with the right wing driving. Back on out to Davis. Back over to Whitaker in the corner now. Skips on over to Delisle, top of the key. Back over to Whitaker once again. Sends up the 3, and it's airballed and taken away. 5:20 to play now. Here is 3 Rivers, top of the key, 3. Why not? And nailed it right there. That is Kiera Neal with a 3 right there. 5:08 to play. It's 22-8. Williams Woolard will bring it on up. Bounce on over to Whitaker, over to Delisle now on the left wing, pivots around, back over to Whitaker once again, back over to Delisle, down to Burnett, backing down, sends up the right hook, no good, and it's rebounded once again. 4:45 to play. Corsinizzi driving in, flips it up, that one is good for her. She averages 15 points a game, she's up to 4 today. 24-8, 3 Rivers is starting to get rolling. Logan needs to find a way to get rolling with them. Stay even within striking distance. Bounce on over. Now was looking for Williams Woolard, but overshot her, and it's going to be another turnover on the Lady Vols. 24-8, the lead for 3 Rivers. And it'll be an inbound play coming in front of the 3 Rivers bench. And here come the Lady Raiders now. Neal with it, top of the key. Flip on over to the right wing, curling around, and almost stolen away. Corsinizzi finds an alleyway into the paint, up, and no good. And Whitaker takes it away. Here comes Kiera Whitaker now. Bounce on over to Grayson Morris into the corner, back out, and now it's going to be Antonia Davis. Thought about the 3. Now left-hand dribble, curling around, up, no good, and it's going to be rebounded. Corsinizzi bringing it on up, and into the corner. Back on out to her teammate, Jordan. Over to the right wing, 3, and it is good for Neal. Neal up to 9 points at 27-8. And it has been a 10-0 run here since the restart. Antonia Davis now. On over to Whitaker. Inside out to Morris in the corner. Stepped in, and she stepped on the line or traveled. And it's another turnover for the Lady Vols. 3:29 to play in the second quarter. Logan trails 27-8. Jordan will bring it on up for the Lady Raiders. Crossing the timeline. Right wing driving in for a three from Neal again. It's short this time, but rebounded by Corasaniti, and she'll bring it back on out. Back over to Neal once again. To the corner for Jordan, bringing it around. Now it's Corasaniti. Left-hand dribble, driving into the paint. And no good on the layup attempt. Gets her own rebound out to the corner for the three. And it's Neal making her third straight three. 30-8. 3 minutes to play. Neal's been the spark plug here in this quarter. She got going here after the start. A block on Williams-Woolard. And it's taken away once again. Down low for Corasaniti. Up and in it goes. But I believe Antonia Davis just took another charge. So Logan will be getting possession. Although they did just put 2 points up. Corsaniti's going to the line now. Okay. So for the and one attempt, 32-8 is the score. 2:41 to play. Here's the first one, or the and one up. No good. Woolard gets the rebound, poked out. Saves it, though. And D. Williams-Woolard brings it on up. Top of the key. Inside to Brooklyn Burnett. And back on over to Whitaker. Up, off the glass. Good. Kiera Whitaker up to 6 on the day. On over to the right wing now for a three from Jordan. And she nailed it. Now the Lady Raiders are starting to heat up, and boy, are they. 5 points for Samia Jordan now. 2:13 to play. Lob on into Woolard. Gets on over to Burnett. Over to Morris, but poked out in the air, and Neal forces out of bounds. Logan still has possession. 2:06 to play till halftime. Logan trails 35-10. It was a 9-point game. Now it's a 25-point game. Things quickly got out of hand with Logan being unable to make much happen on offense, while Three Rivers just couldn't miss. Woolard has the ball, gets on over to Morris on the near side. Inside to Mariah Macklin, backing down, up, lost it. And Macklin tracked it down for a second, but Corasaniti gets it, a double team. And now it's loose, and Woolard takes it away. Woolard bringing it on up, top of the key. Floats it from the free throw line, rattled out. Oh, man. And it's going to be rebounded by the Lady Raiders. And here's a jumper, no good. Rebound is offensively rebounded, actually. Corasaniti with it on the left wing, over to the corner, and brings it back around. Over to Corasaniti on the logo. It's Jordan with 90 seconds to play in the half. Left-hand dribble, driving up. Floater is good for Neal. What a quarter Neal has had, 11 points. 1:15 to play in the second quarter. It's 37-10. Whitaker has it on the far side and lets the offense get moving. Over to Woolard now. Back over to Whitaker. Whitaker got tied up in a jump ball situation. And it will be Raider ball. 18 turnovers in the first half for Logan. 1 minute to play. It's 37-10. Corasaniti in the corner. Over to Jordan. Swing over to top of the key. Right-hand dribble through a double team. Over to Corasaniti going against Woolard. Down low and back on out. Stolen away by Morris. Morris takes it away. That's the 10th turnover for Three Rivers. Crossing the timeline now. And we'll let things develop. 40 seconds remain. Flip on over to Woolard. Woolard, top of the key, gets on over to Whitaker. Whitaker. Now it's going to be Morris with it. Back over to Whitaker. Curling around, up, off the glass. No good. And rebounded by Corasaniti. 25 seconds, and it's open floor. And Samia Jordan just gets an easy layup on the fast break. 15 seconds remain. And Whitaker on over to Woolard. They got 10 seconds now as they bring it up out of the backcourt. They got to move still. And Whitaker back over to Woolard. Got to get across half court. And with 3 seconds left, pulls up from the left wing off the backboard. It's no good. Logan walks into halftime trailing 39-10. Logan continues to struggle as they go into the half. 18 turnovers in the first half to Three Rivers' 10, but they haven't been able to do nearly anything on offense. Again, only 10 points here at the half. Logan trails 39-10 against the number 3 team in the nation. We'll step away for a minute and be back on 1035ESPN.com. At Poplar Bluff, Missouri's Three Rivers Community College, number 3 in the nation in women's basketball in JCAA Division I. Logan is trailing 39-10. Hello, I am Matt Varney. It's the halftime show. Rick Hayes back on the River Radio Sports Central controls, and also John LeBlanc on the LeBlanc Production Group's video feed on Logan Vols TV and on John A. Logan Women's Basketball's Facebook page as well. Not been pretty for the Lady Vols. 18 turnovers here at the half, a total of just 10 points. Kira Whitaker has 6, 2 for Brooklyn Burnett, and D. Williams Willard has 2 as well. Those came at the stripe. Three Rivers is led by Kiera Neal, who has 14 points at the half. She hit a trio of threes in the second quarter to really propel Three Rivers forward. Next in scoring for the Lady Raiders, it is Samia Jordan with 7. Amelia Corasaniti has 6. Itali Lewis has 5. And then it is, Jordan Blake, Denia Ross, and Kai Wilson have 2, and Caitlin Lord has 1 point. That's their 39 points. Number 3 in the nation, Three Rivers, looking to start out 9-0 with a win today. Logan is looking for their 4th win of the season as well. If you're planning to attend the men's basketball game Tuesday night when the Logan Vols face off with Kaskaskia, here is how to enter the gymnasium. As you might have seen, there is a lot of construction going out in front, and so the normal entrance is closed off. Parking for the game is available in the blue lot and the gold lot north of Don Brewer Gymnasium. The only entrance for basketball games is the gymnasium's north entrance, and so be aware that you cannot get in your normal way. They have everything marked, though. It's very easy to figure out. Come out, support the Vols tomorrow night when they face Kaskaskia at 6 p.m. We'll have it on 103.5 ESPN and everywhere else that you can find the Vols. But it is not your normal entrance. It is the north entrance. Kankakee. Apologies. I don't even know what I said, John. Kaskaskia is what I said. Kankakee. Kankakee is who's coming to town tomorrow night, and it will be a 6 p.m. tip, not 7, 6, and it's a different entrance again. That is the gymnasium's north entrance. They got it all marked. It's easy to find. 39-10, the halftime score at Three Rivers. Number 3 in the nation leading John A. Logan here in the women's basketball game. It's been a tough start, but the Lady Vols will have another half to see if they can put something together against number 3 in the nation. We'll step away for a minute. When we come back, we'll have an interview with John A. Logan men's basketball coach Tyler Smith-Peters that we did last week. If you missed it last week, you've got another chance to hear it. Plenty to talk about that loss last Saturday, 2 Saturdays ago, and the path forward. We got that coming up in a minute on 1035ESPN.com.
Talking with John A. Logan men's basketball coach Tyler Smith-Peters here at halftime. Well, Coach, Saturday, obviously a rough loss for you guys to take. I know you coming out of that one, obviously hoping for a win, but not how it ended up being. I mean, you were facing one of the top teams in Division II, who's now number one, Parkland is, and so I just said, I hope they sent you a gift basket. But nonetheless, I mean, what are your takeaways from that loss now that you've had a little bit more time to digest that game?
I think there's a lot of takeaways from the game. And our biggest thing is, and there's probably some truth to it, is just sticking to our defensive principles. I mean, we're scoring enough points to win the game. It's just being tough enough to get stops. And I think I need to do a better job of probably just going back to the basics defensively of how we want to guard, how we're guarding ball screens, all that stuff, because I think our guys just get a little confused, and if they're getting confused, it's pretty much partially my fault of putting too much information into it. And I think there goes a lot to it, just paralysis by analysis, and I think we're doing a lot of that. So I think just getting back to the basics, especially defensively, I mean, and just the rebounding part, I think we're getting out-rebounded tremendously in every game, and that's a huge part. The first two games that we won at the beginning of the season were because we out-rebounded the Mineral Area and Three Rivers, and we haven't done that since.
Well, and I was looking at specifically your side of the box score from Saturday. If you take a look at just your half, it's not a bad box score by any means. As you mentioned, you're scoring enough points. The turnovers were kept to 9. You had a decent amount of assists, but then you look over on the other side, and I think that's where you come back to with the whole needing to play a little bit harder on defense is just, the other side, even though you played a very good game, the other side just ended up playing a slightly better game, Coach.
Yeah, and Parkland's good. I mean, their coach does an unbelievable job. I mean, they're a really good team, and that's where we got to get better at is really just the defensive side. I mean, and we make it hard on ourselves on the offensive end too by just taking tough contested shots when in reality we need to pass up a shot that is contested for a better shot. And as we tell our guys, like, we get it. Like, most of you guys can take contested shots and make them, but is that our best shot in the possession? And that's part of it, is just kind of realizing, and especially now with scouting reports out and all that, like, our guys got to understand that people know what they do and what their, I guess, strengths and weaknesses are, and we got to be able to just move the ball and get stops. Because, like I said, offensively, we're doing an okay job, in my opinion. I mean, we're scoring 78 points a game, and I think we're top 30. But if you look at our percentages, they've gone down each game just because we're taking tough shots and we're making it tough on ourselves.
On the post game with Mike, I know you mentioned you're going to start looking at who's practicing the hardest and giving it their all in practice, and that's going to be part of what you base your starting lineups on moving forward. And I know you got a long time between Saturday and next Tuesday, but just what have you seen in practice since? I'm sure it's only been one practice, but still, what did you see in kind of the initial response for your guys?
I think our biggest thing, and is what I tell our guys, is we ask them to do two things every day, and that's have effort and energy. I mean, if you have those two things, then you're going to get better. But the problem is we just haven't been consistent in it, and that's what as I told Dave and Murph and all those guys, like, we're just going back to square one, and we're going to start and play the guys that play really hard. And it's got to be when things aren't going our way, we got to fix it quick, and we'll find out who those guys are in practice. Because I mean, we didn't want it to be this way in our schedule where we're off for 10 days in the middle of the season. It just kind of happened that way with teams canceling on us, and it's probably couldn't come at a better time is when we need to practice. And so I think our biggest thing is just we got to play together, got to be a lot tougher. And as I said, our two non-negotiables every single day are effort and energy.
So as you mentioned, practice, long layover. What's I guess the top things on your mind of we got to make sure we perfect this or that we work on here in these coming days?
obviously our effort and energy is the biggest one, just being an everyday dude at this level. And it's hard for our younger guys to understand that. I mean, we have every guy on this team was the best player on their high school team. Right. So it's one of those where it takes some time to kind of get familiar with your teammates, and especially in games because the speed and all that's different. But and we shared the ball really well the first 2 games, and we rebounded. And I think we can get back to those 2 things. I think we just kind of lost track of just playing 5 road games, being on the road for that long. It's hard to have the practice time that we need to try and perfect those things. But obviously effort, energy, being unselfish, rebounding, and getting stops when we need to. If we can do those things, and it sounds like a lot, but I mean, as I tell our guys, like it'd be different if these things weren't fixable. If it was one of those where we didn't have guys that can go get a basket or something, but we have plenty of guys that can do that. Now it's the stuff that's fixable, and that's the effort and energy and just playing hard for the amount of time you're on the court.
And then obviously your next opponent is going to be Kankakee a week from today. I'm sure, that scout is still being worked on for you guys. You got plenty of time, but what can you tell us about your upcoming opponent?
They're 3-0 right now. They're a good team, but I think the biggest thing, Matt, is just we got to focus on ourselves. I think we're putting a lot of emphasis on our scouts and all that, and I think it's just one of those paralysis by analysis where it's almost we're having our guys overthink, and I think we just get back to trying to get make ourselves better and doing the things that we need to work on, and just the little things, and I think we'll have a much better chance on Tuesday against Kankakee.
Coach Tyler Smith-Peters, thanks for taking some time, Coach.
Thank you, Matt. Appreciate you.
Hello, I am Matt Varney. Halftime just about over at Gene Best Court in Poplar Bluffs, Missouri. Logan trailing number 3 in the nation, Three Rivers, 39-10, as we're about to come out of the break. Looking at the scoring one more time before the start of the second half, Kira Neal leads everybody, but especially leads Three Rivers with 14 points. She had 3 threes in the second quarter. They all came back to back to back. Then it is Samia Jordan with 7 points. Amelia Corasiniti with 6 points. You have Itali Lewis with 5. Denia Ross, Kai Wilson, and Jordan Blake has 2. And Caitlin Lord has 1. That's Three Rivers scoring. For John A. Logan, just 3 players in scoring with Kira Whitaker with 6, Brooklyn Burnett with 2, and D. Williams Woolard with 2 as well. Logan trailing 39-10 to the number 3 team in the nation at halftime, I should say. Logan had 18 turnovers in the first half. 11 of them came in the first quarter, so they turned down, or rather they kept the turnovers down a little bit more in the second half, or second quarter, I should say, but still not able to take care of the ball nearly enough. Meanwhile, Three Rivers, 10 turnovers themselves, but Logan really hasn't been able to take advantage of that one bit. A couple times, Three Rivers turned it over, and Logan then turned it right back over. So it's been a bit of a challenge against number 3, Three Rivers. Logan was trailing by 9, and then it was Kieran Neal hitting those 3 threes, and it was off to the races for the Lady Raiders. And Logan was unable to stem the bleeding one bit. Second half has begun. Charlotte Delisle has the ball. Onaya Reed starting the second half, and it's going to be D. Williams Woolard driving in. Spin move, got an open look up. Couldn't corral it in or put it into the bucket, though, and it is going to be Three Rivers ball. Down to the other side, waiting. Lord has it up. No good. Gets the rebound, offensive board. Reed takes it away, and here come the Lady Vols now. That's a turnover for Three Rivers after the offensive rebound. It is now Delisle getting double-teamed, looking for the open man. Gets on over to Davis, back over to Delisle now. 12 on the shot clock. Got a double screen, goes to the left, driving, and was looking for Williams Woolard. Goes out of bounds with 7 on the shot clock. Logan will retain, as it was a Lady Raiders player that touched it last. Reed will inbound on the baseline. Reed out of Decatur, Illinois, went to Eisenhower High School. Bounce on into Burnett. Backing down 5 on the shot clock. Sends up the shot. No good, and rebounded by the Lady Raiders. Kieran Neal bringing it on up to the right wing. Looks to the left. Picked up the dribble. Down to Lord. Out to the corner. Driving baseline. And blocked from behind. But it's saved by Corsiniti. And free throw line jumper is no good. Antonia Davis gets the board, and here come the Lady Vols now. It's 39-10. Logan trails. Nobody scored here in the second half. Delisle will bring it on up herself on the far side. Delisle, top of the key, swings on over to Woolard on the far side. Woolard, 15 on the shot clock, over to Burnett, top of the key, swings over to Reed, right-hand dribble. Trying to find an open player, gets on over to Delisle. 6 on the shot clock now, steps back, and down for Burnett. Couldn't find it. Goes out of bounds. And it will be another turnover. 19 turnovers for the Lady Vols in this game. Just the first one, though, in this half. It will be Jordan. Flip on over to Corsiniti. Found a soft spot on out to the right wing for the 3. No good. And rebounded by the Lady Raiders. Lord on out to the left wing. Driving up. Baseline jumper is no good, and Burnett has the rebound, fighting with the Lady Raider, and finally found Woolard. Woolard bringing it on up and trying to get past her defender. Spin move, sends it up. That one's good right there. Baseline drive right there, basically. Or a line drive, I should say, and found its way into the hoop. It's 39-12 now. Logan trails by 27. Swing on over to the corner, bringing it around. It's Jordan. Jordan swings on over to the left wing to Corsiniti in the corner. Goes on over to the wing now and looks on over to the right wing on the skip pass. Over to Corsiniti now inside the corner. Back on out to the wing. Swing on over to the other side. Corner 3 and off the iron. No good for Neal. Here's Corsiniti for the right wing 3. No good and rebounded by Davis. 7:10 to play in the half, or in the quarter rather. On out to the corner. Onaya Reed, the 3, and just a little short, and rebounded by Blake. Here come the Lady Raiders now. 7 minutes to play in the third. Corsiniti in the corner. Drives now. Baseline. Down low. Stop. Pick the dribble up. Swing around. Lord with the right wing 3. No good, and rebounded by Woolard. 39-12. Woolard trying to race up court. Inside to Burnett, but picked away by Lord. 20th turnover of the day for the Lady Vols. And a foul here on Antonia Davis as Samuel Jordan went inside, took the body, made the shot, and is going to the line for the and one. on the season. Jordan is shooting 72% of the stripe. Jordan waits on the and one attempt. Here it is to make it a 30-point lead. And one up. And bounces around. No good. Burnett gets the rebound. Here come the Lady Vols trying to push it. Delisle on the right wing now. Brings it around. Top of the key. Back to the logo at the half-court line. Trying to get the offense set up. Gonna look on over to Reed. 10 on the shot clock now. Over to Burnett. Pulls up from downtown. Airballed and gonna go out of bounds. 41-12. Logan trails with 6 minutes to play in the third quarter. Here's Jordan on over to Corsinizzi. Top of the key. Back over to Jordan on the right wing now. Down low for Neal. Neal, right wing, back on out to the corner. A Jordan three is no good. Corsinizzi gets the offensive rebound on out to the corner now. But a whistle. And we'll see here in just a moment just what is going on. 5:44 to go in the third. Logan trails 41-12. A timeout called. We'll be back in 30 seconds. .44 to play in the third quarter. 41-12 the score. Three Rivers, number 3 in the land, is the leader in the point total here today. And if you are hearing any of the noise in the background, it is because we are here at John A. Logan College bringing you today's game remotely, and they are doing plenty of construction around the area, of course, with the recent groundbreaking plans put out just last week and all the plans that they have in store for updating the college. But that means construction, and unfortunately that means sometimes we're going to hear it when we're bringing you day games like this remotely. And so we do apologize for that. A little bit of drop in sound quality, I suppose, is what you could say, but nonetheless we are bringing you today's game and happy to be doing so. Three Rivers will inbound the ball on their own baseline. Gets on into the corner. Back over to the right wing. Poked out, and Logan steals it away. Here come the Lady Vols after the 12th turnover of the day for the Lady Raiders. Delisle picked up her dribble. Gets on over to Antonia Davis at the free throw line. Left-hand dribble. Driving in. Picked up the dribble. Back on out to Onia Reed. Driving baseline. Down, up, and good for Onia Reed. Onia Reed into the book for the first time today. And here comes down low. Up, no good. But a foul here. And tough to tell who that. I think that's Woolard that got the foul, as it sends London Harper to the stripe. She's yet to score today, of the many Three Rivers players that have scored. 8 Three Rivers players have scored so far, trying to make it 9 here with Harper at the stripe. First one goes up, is good. So Harper's into the book. 5:19 to play in the third. Here comes the second one for Harper. Up and short. Poked around, saved, and now Logan takes it away. Here come the Lady Vols at the other end. It's Delisle. Swing on over to Davis, top of the key. Swing on over to Woolard on the left wing. Woolard pivots around and trying to get past the defense. Gets on over to Brooklyn Burnett, a 15-footer. Nailed the jumper. 4 points for Burnett today, under 5 to play. Swing on over to the corner now for the Lady Raiders. Inside, poked out. Logan's going to have Onia Reed steal it away. A fast break score coming up, and no good, but Delisle got it blocked, and now it's going to be into the hands of Antonia Davis. Davis on the left wing, right hand. It's on the floor and going to be taken away by Three Rivers now, as Logan wasn't able to do anything with that turnover. Poked out of bounds. And, in fact, it will be Logan ball. So, dueling turnovers there, and Logan catches a break. 4:31 to play in the third. Logan trails 42-16 at Three Rivers. Media timeout. We'll be back in a minute on 1035ESPN.com. Rick Hayes back in the River Radio Sports Central control room, and LeBlanc Productions helping to bring you today's video feed. Logan going to inbound here on the baseline, going to have to go the length of the court into Woolard, and they're running trap once again, running pressure, and Woolard going to get it up across the timeline with her speed. Flip on out to Delisle now, near the top of the key. Going to get a pick from Onaya Reed, takes it and gets run into a double team. On out to Brooklyn Burnett on the right wing. And now it's going to be Grayson Morris, top of the key, who's into the game for the first time in this half. Woolard trying to curl around, gets a pick from Morris. Picked up her dribble now, bounce on over to Morris, but it's stolen away by Corsiniti. That's the 22nd turnover for the Lady Vols here today. Top of the key, three for Neal, airballed, and Burnett takes it away. And a lead out, but nothing doing here as Neal's able to get there before Grayson Morris is. And now it is going to be into the hands of the Lady Raiders. Top of the key, swing on over, right wing, top of the key once again. Swing, flip on over to the right wing, trying to back down, on out to Corsiniti, left wing, trying to cross up, spin move now, into the paint, flips it up, a Euro step is good. 8 points for Corsiniti. Averages 15 a game. 3:18 to play. It's 44-16. Reed gets it on into Woolard. Back on over to Reed. They'll bring it on up. Back on over to Woolard once again. Going to use her speed to get across the timeline now. And looks to set things up. And just showed why the ball handling skills weren't exactly there. And she limps off the court. Coach Jones called for a timeout as well. 3:01 to play in the third. It's 44-16. Logan is struggling. Antonia Davis will come back in, but a timeout called. We're back in 30. Play in the third. 44-16 our score. Number 3 Three Rivers leading. And Onaya Reed tried to lob it into Charlotte Delisle, but it goes over Delisle's head, and it's another turnover for the Lady Vols. 3:01 to play in the third. Denia Ross will inbound. And here come the Lady Raiders now. Top of the key, goes on over to the right wing. Top of the key once again, back over to the right wing. Looks on over to the corner. Here's a three, and nailed it. and pushes the lead up to 31. And the one that made the three was Courtney Blewett. Here is Reed, right-hand dribble on the right wing, left wing rather, on over to Delisle. Delisle sets up the offense as movement happens. Bounce on over to Reed, top of the key. 10 on the shot clock now. And back on out to Delisle on the right wing, right hand on over to the corner for Davis. Sends up the three. It's airballed and taken away as a foul is called as well. Foul on Burnett. 2:15 to play. Ryan Macklin will be coming in. And Coach Jones now pleading his case. And Burnett now takes a seat on the bench. Here come the Lady Raiders now. Top of the key. Looks over to the right wing. Back over top of the key. Inside in the paint. Down low. Up and no good. Offensive rebound. Tries again. No good. Gets her offensive rebound again. And now going to step inside. Back out to the left wing for the three. And it's no good. Gets another offensive board. Up on the Turner. No good. And again an offensive board. Up again. No good. Another offensive board. And they finally make it. Denia Ross gets into the scorebook, and my, oh my, that was about 6 offensive boards in a row. Davis brings it on up on the far side. Reed with the three. No good, and rebounded by Corsiniti. Corsiniti driving it on up, going against Davis down low. Sends up the left hand, no good, and it will be Corsiniti going to the stripe. It's 49-16, 1:17 to play in the third. No, excuse me, they'll be doing an inbounds play. They say it was on the floor. Corsiniti goes back in after it looked like she was going to the bench. Minute 17 to play. Well, now they're giving her because they're in the bonus, that's why. First one is up and good for Corsiniti. So she's got 9. On the season, she averages 70% at the stripe. Second one up is good. So 10 points on the day for Corsiniti. Now she goes to the bench. And Reed will inbound. Into Delisle, but it gets poked out, and we'll do this again. Grayson Morris now coming over to try to help on the inbound play. And Reed will look, gets into Delisle, and she'll give to Reed, who'll bring it on up herself, crossing the timeline with a left-hand dribble. Double team, though, and pivots around now. And a whistle. And a foul is going to be called. And so we'll have an inbound in front of the Logan bench. Reed will inbound. Surveys, looking around. 1:08 to play in the third. Into Burnett, top of the key. Back on over to Reed now as she brings it around. Flip on over to Morris, coming into the near side on the left wing. Flip on over to Delisle, gets a few picks, and it's picked away from her, and it's going to be a fast break score here for Ross. Ross up to 6 on the day. It's 53-16. 50 seconds remain in the third. Here now come the Lady Vols. Delisle gets on over to Morris, back on out to Burnett. Burnett brings it on up, backing down now, crossing up, trying to go baseline, picked up the dribble, back on out to Delisle, now top of the key. Left-hand dribble going inside. Nice turnaround, no good though, and rebounded by the Three Rivers team. 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Logan trails 53-16. And here now are the Lady Raiders, top of the key, on over to the right wing, back on out to the left wing, sends up the three, no good, and they're going to say a foul happened, and it'll be 3 shots coming. So it will be, if I can get the number here, first one up, no good. I believe that is Kimura Wooden at the stripe. Wooden 75% at the stripe this season. Second one up is good. And here comes the third one. Up. Good. 55-16. And with not nearly enough time up and just a good trap defense, Logan not even able to get it all the way up court. And that's the end of the third. Logan trails 55-16. We'll step away for a minute and be back with the fourth quarter on 1035ESPN.com. Basketball, Matt Varney on the call. Rick Hayes back in the River Radio Sports Central control room and LeBlanc Production Group helping to bring you today's video feed. Logan trails 55-16 at number 3 Rivers. Lady Vols have struggled offensively all game long. They were with as close as 9, and then 3 Rivers blasted off and never looked back. So the Lady Vols will be dropping to 3-3 on the season before the quick Thanksgiving break. They'll see Mineral Area next Wednesday and 3 Rivers next Saturday before they start to get into district and conference action. Ball poked loose. Onaya Reed going to steal it away. And here is D. Williams-Willard now back into the game. Ball is lost, though. Jump ball called. It's going to stay with Logan with the possession arrow pointing their way. 55-16. Onaya Reed will inbound. Reed looks around, gets on over to Burnett near the top of the key, over to Williams-Willard now on the left wing, backs up. And going to try to get past her defender, pulls up from 20 feet, no good, and goes out of bounds. Inbound play, and here come the Lady Raiders now. Over to the right wing, flip on over, bringing it around. Top of the key, right-hand dribble, back out to the right wing, running the weave. Samuel Jordan, free throw line, back on out to the left wing, driving now, back down low, post loose. Logan's got the ball. And a whistle. They say it's still 3 Rivers ball. 10 seconds on the shot clock as play resumes into the corner for the 3. Wooden takes it, no good, and it's Williams-Willard coming up with the rebound. 9:04 to play. It's 55-16. Was looking for Brooklyn Burnett, instead overshot her. That seems to have happened a lot today, and they say it's going to be Logan ball. So I'll mark that turnover off of my sheet. 55-16, the lead for 3 Rivers. Onaya Reed will inbound on the baseline. Reed looks around. Got to get into someone. Lobs into Burnett. Burnett with the right-hand dribble. Picked up the dribble now. And gets it on out to the right wing for Delisle. Delisle jab-stepping. Runs into a double team. Ball's loose. Picked up on the floor. And a whistle. And And it will be Logan inbounding on the far sideline now. Onaya Reed will inbound. Reed gives the ball back now as there was a whistle. And now we should get things rolling. So Reed looks around. Still looking, trying to find someone. Gets it into Burnett. Got shoved on the inbound, and we'll do it again. So Reed, as a whole platoon, comes on in. Well, 4 of 5 come in for Three Rivers. A lot of them starters. Up 39, Three Rivers. 8:50 to play. Reed looks, gets on into Burnett. Couldn't corral it in the backcourt. Gets it on over to Reed, who saves it from going out of bounds. Reed now lobs down to Macklin. Macklin on out to the corner for Delisle. Delisle with 7 on the shot clock, brings it around, looking for Macklin down low, overshot her though, and goes out of bounds. 8:35 to play, number 3, Three Rivers inbounds. Samuel Jordan bringing it on up. Crossing the timeline now. Neal has it, brings it around right wing, found a tight alleyway. No good on the shot. Will be going to the stripe though as she got hammered. Going up. Neal 1 for 2 earlier today. She's got 14. Didn't score at all in the third quarter, and she's still leading her team. First one up is good. Here comes the second one. Up. Also good. So she's 3 for 4 at the stripe today. Inbound to Reed. Back on over to Woolard. Woolard gets on over to Delisle on the left wing. Delisle backs off and resets. Top of the key. On over to Woolard. Looking to pass to Delisle. Delisle backs up. Gonna get a pick from Woolard. Now looking, 8 on the shot clock, on over to the corner for Reed, down low, but stolen away. Goes out of bounds with 3 on the shot clock. Logan will have possession. Reed will inbound in front of her own bench. 3 on the shot clock when play resumes. Looking, gonna go down low, but stolen away. Corasaniti took it away out of the air and brings it on up herself. 57-16. And looks to the corner. Jordan with the open 3 in the corner. No good. Rebounded by Neal. She'll bring it back on out. Left-hand dribble. Driving baseline. Up. No good. Got fouled. Will go to the stripe. It will be Neal going to the stripe. She just hit 2 just a moment ago. Here comes the first one for Neal. Up. Good. Here comes the second one now. Also up and also good. She's 5 for 6 at the stripe today with 18 points. Lob on into Delisle, breaking that trap, crossing the timeline. And Delisle now on the far side. 59-16 the lead for Three Rivers. Reed with the top of the key. On out to Delisle and was looking for the inside pass. Got poked back to her and saves it from going out of bounds. 10 on the shot clock now. D. Williams-Ward drives inside. Down to Mariah Macklin. Back door. And ball is taken away by Brooklyn Burnett. Up and no good. Burnett got fouled though and will go to the stripe here it looks like. Macklin tried to take the hook shot. That got blocked, went right into the defender's hands, and then Burnett came through and just stole it right back. Burnett going to the stripe. First one up, just a little short. Burnett with just 4 points today. Nobody has more than 6 in this game if you're talking about Logan. Second one up, rattles around, no good, and rebounded by the Lady Raiders. Caitlin Lord lost it, but they're going to call a jump ball instead. And it is Logan ball. That's a big loss right there for Three Rivers. Got to find the silver lining somewhere. Onaya Reed on the baseline looking to inbound. Bounce down low for Brooklyn Burnett. And picked up her dribble now and looking to pass it. Gets it on out to Delisle on the right wing. Delisle top of the key now. And lets things redevelop. 8 on the shot clock. Takes a pick from Mariah Macklin. Ball poked loose. Has it. Down to Macklin. It's loose and stolen away. Here come the Lady Raiders now. 6:45. Down low. Up and rolls around. It's good for Neal. Neal with 20 points today now. And here comes Onaya Reed to Delisle. Man-to-man defense. Crossing the timeline now. Delisle trying to get rid of the defense. On over to Woolard. And the defense switches on over to her. Trying to drive in now. Spin move up off the glass. It's good. And she got fouled. So Woolard makes it 61-18. She's got 6 on the day. Can make it 7. Antonia Davis about to come into the game for the Lady Vols. In fact, she is for Macklin. Grayson Morris going to come in as well. Morris relieves Delisle. Williams Woolard, 2 for 2 at the stripe so far today. And one is up, off the back iron, bounces around and goes down. 61-19, 6:13 to play in the game. Driving out to the left wing, right-hand dribble, into the paint, up, got blocked, and will go to the stripe. It should be Kimora Wooden going to the stripe here, I believe. Excuse me, no, Jordan Blake. Jordan Blake's going to the stripe. And yes, makes both of them. 63-19, under 6 to play now. And here is Antonia Davis. Davis on the near side. Goes over top of the key, gets a pick. Gonna take it, runs into the defense again. On the floor now, back on out to Burnett. And we'll have to reset with 5. Down to Reed, pulls up, got blocked, and saves it from being taken away, but it's still a shot clock violation. And so it is Three Rivers ball. Well, inbound in front of the Logan bench. Three Rivers gets moving again. Tristan Spearman into the game for the Lady Raiders. Spearman gives on over, top of the key, right-hand dribble, spinning, and sends it up in the paint. No good. Logan tries to save it from going out of bounds and getting the rebound, but it goes out of bounds off of a Lady Vol. No, in fact, it was a shooting foul, and so it sends the Lady Raider to the stripe. That is Denia Ross going to the stripe. She's got 6 on the day off of the bench. 5:16 to play. It's 63-19. First one is up. Good. Waiting on the ball is Ross to go for her second shot. Here it is. Up. Good. So gave her 8 on the day. 65-19. And now they break off the press and everything. They're not even trying to stop the Lady Vols in the backcourt at this point. Delisle has it poked loose, though, and taken away. And a whistle. And it's going to be Logan ball. And they'll have Logan inbound in front of the scorer's table on Three Rivers' side. Here's Delisle. Gives to Woolard on the far side. Woolard gets a pick from Burnett, goes away from it. Now going to take it. Down to Burnett, but right into the defender's hands. And here come the Raiders again. Up and good. That is Denia Ross once again. She's up to 10 off the bench. Under 5 to play. 67-19. Tries to lob it inside. Brooklyn Burnett bounced to Woolard, up and couldn't find the bottom of the net. Here comes Ross on over to Spearman. Floats it off the baseline. It's good. It's a 50-point lead for number 3 in the nation, Three Rivers against John A. Logan women's basketball. Here is Charlotte Delisle. Delisle, right-hand dribble, bringing it around, trying to step inside, and now finds her way to the bucket, but couldn't get anything up. A foul called, though, and Delisle should be going to the stripe here. Delisle with just 2 points today. Excuse me, that is not Delisle with 2 points. So she's still looking for her first points. Timeout called, 3:50 to go in this game. 69-19 is the lead for Three Rivers in Poplar Bluff, Missouri. We'll be back in a minute on 1035ESPN.com. John A. Logan women's basketball, 3:50 to play in this game. Logan trails 69-19 at number 3, Three Rivers. As Charlotte Delisle is about to go to the stripe, looking for her first points of the game on the season. Delisle is averaging 73.9% at the stripe, 17 for 23 this season at the free throw line. Not too bad. Here comes the first one for Delisle. Up and rolls out. Logan just has not had any luck whatsoever today. Even when things were looking good, they were not having much luck at all. Second one is good, so Delisle into the book with 1 point. It's 69-20 now, 3:45 to play. Top of the key, goes on over to the left wing. Curling around. Here's a three from the top of the key, no good. And Burnett gets the rebound. Squirts it on out to Delisle, who'll try to drive it on into the paint. Right hand up, no good. And a whistle once again. And Delisle should be going right back to the stripe. 3:28 to play. First one up for Delisle. Up and good. She was at Barton University last year. Played in all 31 of their games. 6 starts. Second one up. Also good. So 3 for 4 at the stripe now. 69-22. Logan trailing with 3:22 to play in this game against number 3 in the nation. And a whistle. Travel called on Courtney Blewett. Logan gets possession again. Delisle will bring it on up. Crossing the timeline to the left. To the right now. Swing on over to Woolard on the near side. Gets a pick from Davis. Going to go away from it. Found an alleyway up with the left hand. No good. Burnett gets the rebound. Back up. No good again. And it's loose on the floor, and Woolard was fighting for it. And it's going to be Logan ball. 69-22, under 3 minutes to play. Tomorrow night, Logan men are hosting Kaskaskia. That's a 6 p.m. Kankakee, I did it again. Hosting Kankakee tomorrow at 6 p.m. Charlotte Delisle gets the inbound. Delisle contending with the one-on-one defense. On over to Nia Reed, driving baseline now, backing down, right hand up, got blocked, and out of bounds. A foul called, in fact. And it should be Reed going to the stripe now. Reed goes to the stripe to shoot 2. If you are planning to attend that men's basketball game Tuesday night, here is how to enter the gymnasium. Reed makes the first one. Parking for the gym or for the game is available in the blue lot and the gold lot north of Don Brewer Gymnasium. The only entrance for basketball games is the gymnasium's north entrance. They've got plenty of signs around the area to help you find where you need to go. Second one, no good. It is eventually rebounded by the Lady Raiders, and here they come with 2.5 to play. Ball is loose and a whistle once again. 69-23. Logan trails with 2:34 to play in this game. Baseline inbound over to the corner for the 3, and no good. Rebounded down low, up, and good for the Lady Raiders. Delisle with it on the near side, dealing with the defense. Near half court, 17 on the shot clock. Gets a pick from Burnett. Picked up her dribble now. Burnett with it top of the key now. 10 on the shot clock. 2:05 to play. Here's Woolard, left wing, trying to burst inside on out to Anaya Davis now. 3 on the shot clock. Driving with the right hand. Up and no good, and it is a shot clock violation. That is Logan's 30th turnover of the game. 1:53 to play. It's 71-23. Right wing 3 for Blewett. No good. Offensive rebound. Down, up, and no good. And fighting for the rebound is Woolard. Goes out of bounds. It will stay with the Lady Raiders. Minute 39 to play in this one. Mariah Macklin back into the game. Right wing 3 for Blewett. Nailed it. 6 points for her today. 90 seconds remain in this game. 74-23. Logan trails at number 3, Three Rivers. Top of the key, it's Delisle. On out to Woolard on the right wing. Woolard goes away from a pick. Poked out. Goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Logan. 13 on the shot clock. Onaya Reed will inbound on the baseline. Reed gets it on into Delisle. Delisle backing down, back around. 1:10 to play now. 7 on the shot clock. Delisle goes to the right, driving in, found an alleyway. Layup is good. Delisle with 5 in this quarter. It's 74-25. Under a minute to play now. It's Blewett on the right wing. Turns around. 15-footers, no good. Woolard takes it out of the air. And a foul called away from the ball. A shooting foul, and Blewett's going to the stripe. 51.6 on the clock. Three Rivers is in the bonus. First one up. Rattles off, no good. Here comes the second one for Courtney Blewett. Up and good. So she's up to 7 on the day. 51.6 on the clock. Delisle, top of the key. Being defended pretty well. On over to Onaya Reed. Saves it from being turned over. Curling in now. Flips it up. That one no good. And a charge called. No, excuse me, that's a block. 36 seconds remain on the clock in this one. Onaya Reed going to the stripe. Reed is 1 for 2 at the stripe today with 3 points. First one up. Off the back iron, no good. Reed hardly saw any time before this game. She's been asked to do a lot today. Been overall impressed with just how she's been able to try to help the team. Second one is no good as well. Poked around, and it is rebounded by the Lady Raiders. 30 seconds remain in this game. Corner three is no good, and Burnett gets the rebound. On out to Delisle now with Woolard to her left. Delisle up with the right hand, no good. Woolard to clean it up, no good. But a whistle with 28.8 on the clock. It looks like it will be Delisle going to the stripe. 50-point lead for Three Rivers. Delisle at the stripe. First one up, good. Next make would tie her for the team lead in points this game. Second one is good. 5 points at the stripe. This game, 5 for 6. Shot clock turned off. No need to make a play at this point for Three Rivers. 10 seconds. 75-27. And poked out by Delisle. 5.6 on the clock. And they can just run it out once they inbound it. And that appears to be what they will do. Logan falls to 3-3 on the season. They take a shot and they make it, at the buzzer. And they make it a 50-point lead and win over Logan. Logan falls to 3-3 following a 77-27 loss to the Lady Raiders, number 3 in the nation, Three Rivers. We'll step away for a minute, be back with a quick postgame, and be out of here right here on 1035ESPN.com. At John A. Logan women's basketball after a 77-27 loss at number 3 Three Rivers. We appreciate you joining us here today, this afternoon. Charlie Jones drops to 23-33 as head coach of the John A. Logan women's basketball team. Logan had 30 turnovers in this 50-point loss to Three Rivers' 18. Leading scorer today was Kiara Neal. She had key 3 threes in a row to get her team out to finally getting that burst that they needed to kind of get that separation from Logan. She finishes with 20 points on the day. Denia Ross coming off the bench for Three Rivers with 10 points. Also Amelia Corasanetti with 10 points as well. Just some of the key scores for Three Rivers. Logan had Charlotte Delisle and Dee Williams-Woolard with the leader for points today for Logan with 7 apiece. All of Delisle's came in the fourth quarter. Kiera Whitaker finishes with 6. She didn't see time in the second half whatsoever. Brooklyn Burnett with 4 and Onaya Reed with 3. Coming up next for the Lady Vols, they'll be off until next Wednesday when they see Mineral Area at home. That'll be a 5 p.m. game against the Cardinals of Mineral Area. We hope you will join us. It will be a home game. I hope you join us in person. If you do not, we'll have it right here on 1035ESPN.com, Logan Vols TV, John A. Logan Women's Basketball's Facebook page, 1035ESPN.com, and the River Radio Sports Central app as well. That's going to do it for us here today. Logan loses 77-27, dropping to 3-3 on the season. For Rick Hayes and LeBlanc Production Group, I am Matt Varney. We'll see you next Wednesday when the Lady Vols take on Mineral Area at 5 p.m.